Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Racquel for those who do not know me. And I wanted to come to you guys today to tell you guys my labor and delivery story. Now I know it's kind of late because my baby about to be 8 months. So, but I did have an all natural, no epidural, vaginal labor. And I feel like, I could help someone just by telling you guys my experience, because having a natural labor is very real, like very, very real. So yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys and tell you this story. I tried to record this video once before, but it didn't really work out, so I'm gonna try it again. Okay, so so let me first off just tell you guys about my pregnancy in itself. Now, it's very true when they say that every pregnancy is completely different. You can have 2 kids, 1 child, 3 babies, 4 babies. Not all of them will be the same, and that is true because my oldest son is 5, and that pregnancy period was kind of a blur. I was 19 years old. I don't really remember too much. All I remember is I was in labor for a really long time. I did get an epidural with him because I just couldn't take it. So yeah, that was a completely different experience compared to my baby now. Now my pregnancy was really, really rough, like really rough on my body. First of all, I didn't gain too much weight. I was all belly for the most part. But when I say I was tired and exhausted and sick and I couldn't sleep, and it was just taking a serious toll on my entire body. Like, I had to stop working at like 9 months. I stopped working, and like the last 4 weeks I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to sit out for this one, because it started to really affect my body, and I couldn't really eat a lot. I mean, I would eat, but nothing would really do it for me. But it was just really, really rough. And at like 7 months I was ready. I'm like, man, all right, let's just hurry up and speed these last couple months pass and get this over with, because I'm tired. So coming down to my labor, so for my entire pregnancy I was asking the Lord. I said, God, please let this baby come fast, and I don't want no epidural. I want an all natural birth, because with my oldest son, the epidural gave me a really bad reaction on my back. So I was having really bad back spasms for like 2 weeks after I had my oldest, and I just didn't want to go through that again. I said, no, I just want to take this like a champ, push him out, all natural, no medication, no epidural, just let him come fast, and I'm going to really be proud of myself. Like, because I feel like my entire pregnancy I was just watching videos and looking at different women who were able to do that, and I feel like women, we're amazing creatures. When you just step back and look at the things that we're capable of, like creating children and then going through the motions of that, and then the ones who can do it without medication, oh, praises go to you. I was looking up to y'all, and I'm glad I did, because I did it, and I know you can do it. Anybody who's looking to do that. So pretty much my entire labor, I was like, well, my entire pregnancy, I said, God, I want an all natural labor. All natural labor, just get them to come fast. And that, I'm going to just say this. Be careful what you ask God for. Be very careful what you ask him for, because he will give it to you. Whether you're ready for it or not, you ask for it. And if he think you can handle it, all right, he going to give it to you. You going to survive through it, but then you're going to look back like, how did I just do that? Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So let me just jump straight to the day I had my baby. So I was due September 10th. September 10th, that night, I started having contractions serious, like back to back, 5 minutes apart, 4 minutes apart. So I'm like, all right, this little, he coming. He coming either tonight or tomorrow. So like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm laying in the bed. And mind you, like I said, I couldn't really sleep. So I was always tossing and turning, always. So 4 o'clock in the morning, I turn over, and all I feel is like a whoosh, like a wave of fluid pour out of me, like like that. So I jumped up so fast and I ran to the bathroom. My water didn't break with my oldest son, so I never experienced that before. So when it happened though, I knew that's exactly what it was. Like, I ran to the bathroom, I'm still like leaking faucet, like it was not stopping. So I ran upstairs, because I'm living with my mom at this point. So I ran upstairs and my mom was asleep, knocked out in her bed, and I just knocked on the door. I knocked on the door and I said, hey mom, so my water just broke, you know? So she looking at me like, you serious? And I was like, yeah, I think it's about that time. So we went in the bathroom, checked, and I said, oh yeah, it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. So I was having contractions, but they weren't hitting me yet. And the lesson that we learned with my oldest son, don't go straight to the hospital unless you're like, you know that he's like right there about to come out and you just can't take the pain. Don't go to the hospital right away unless like for health reasons you have to go or the pain is just crazy. Don't do it. Because with my oldest son, my water didn't even break. But of course, that being my first baby, when my mucus plug came out, I'm thinking, okay, it's time to go. And we ended up in the hospital for 24 hours. I said, I'm not doing that no more. No, I'm not doing that no more. So my water broke. Pain wasn't too bad. So I said, all right, we about to hang around this house for a little bit. Like, we're not going to the hospital until, like, I'm ready. Like, I know he's for sure coming. So 4 o'clock in the morning, between 4 and 7, I was just, you know, cleaning up my room, making sure everything was packed, you know, just in my zone, having a little moment or whatever, you know, just thinking about a lot of different stuff. Because I don't know if you guys, well, if you follow my old channel, but my son's father passed away before I found out I was pregnant. Found out I was pregnant 3 weeks after he died. So yeah, once he getting ready to come, I'm like, all right, it's getting real. So of course I started thinking about him and thinking about us and thinking about everything. So either way, so then around like 6:30, they started hitting me. And honestly, there's no way you can really explain what contractions feel like. I mean, the most that I can tell you all, of course, is that it's all in your pelvic area. It's like the worst cramps you could ever possibly imagine. But with labor, it's not in the front of your pelvic, it's all in your back, like your lower back. So I can't even explain the pain. I'm not even gonna try, but just know it started dropping me. Like every time one was coming, I would lean over on the bed and like try to rock back and forth because it was hurting so bad. So at this point, my mom called my grandma. I said, all right, y'all, I think it's time to go. I think we need to go. So we loaded the car on the way to the hospital. I'm in the car like just propped up. I had my leg all the way up on the dashboard, just trying to breathe. Like, it was so bad, like so bad. So we pulled up to the hospital. It had to have been like 7:15. So yeah, like 7:15, almost 7:30. And we pull up to the emergency room. So my mom going in telling me, you know, that my daughter's definitely in labor, whatever. So they move me up to the triage. And in the triage, she's checking me. But throughout the whole pain, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And like I said, I did not experience this with my oldest at all. Like, when we went to the hospital with my oldest, I wasn't having no contractions, no nothing. My mucus plug just came out, called my doctor. She just told me to come to the hospital. There I was. They gave me some Pitocin. I didn't start feeling real contractions for at least 7 to 8 hours, for real. That's when I asked for epidural. But with this little boy, in a matter of 3 hours, he was breaking me down, like breaking me down for real. And the whole time I'm like, okay, God, I know I asked for him to come fast, but I mean, I should have knew the pain was going to hit me this fast too, but I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. But whatever, I'm here now, and there ain't no way out. Once you in, it's like the only way through childbirth is to get through it. There's no way around nothing. The only way this baby is gonna get out of you is if either you push him out or they cut him out. But regardless, you're gonna feel something. So they checking me, they put me in a wheelchair, about trying to put me in the room, and mind you, I'm still leaking. I'm still a full-blown faucet at this point. Like, they put me in a wheelchair, and they kept telling me to try to sit back so they can push me into my room. And I could not move because I was having a contraction. And it's like, when you have a contraction, everything hurts so bad that it feels like it locks up. Like you can't move through it. You can't do anything through it. Like you just gotta sit there. I just kept telling her, I can't move. You have to wait a minute. I can't move right now. Like that's all I kept saying. So they finally get me to the room, hook me up. It's like 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Like, and I had my son by 8:30. So while they hooking me up to everything and, you know, all that good stuff, it started to sink in again. Like, whoa, Racquel, you about to feel all of this. You're about to feel this entire 8-pound baby come out of your vagina. You're about to feel everything. I didn't feel anything with my oldest son because when it was time to push him out, I still had my epidural. So it's like I was numb. Like I had my mom and my aunt and all them there holding my legs up, and I asked them to put a mirror in front of me because I didn't feel like I was doing anything. But with this little boy, I knew I was about to feel everything. Like I was scared. I started crying and the nurse was like, why are you crying? I said, because I'm scared. And she was like, don't be scared. It's okay. Don't be scared. So either way, the pain just, I'm not even gonna keep trying to explain the pain, but it was getting bad. It was getting really bad. So my doctor didn't even make it there. We called my doctor. He didn't make it there. So the doctor on call ended up delivering my son, but she was amazing. I loved her. She was amazing. So she was like, okay, whenever you're ready to push, just go ahead and push. So I'm pushing, but it's just like, when you feel everything, it's so hard. Like, let me stop. If watching videos like about breathing and how to do all of this natural stuff, everything is gonna be out the window when it comes down to it. You're not gonna be thinking about breathing. You're not gonna be trying to meditate. You're not gonna be thinking about anything except the pain that your body is experiencing right now and getting him out so the pain can stop. I watched so many videos of good ways to breathe through contractions and good ways to, you know, keep your thinking straight and how to make it a lot easier. None of it worked for me. I don't know if it worked for somebody else, but none of it worked for me personally. Everything that I ever watched before that point was gone. It was completely gone. So she's telling me to push, and it is so hard to push through that. Like, because like I said, when you have like a real bad contraction, it feels like everything just like you just lock up and you freeze. Like I started counting, like, because I'm thinking, okay, if I count from 30 back down to 1, then by the time me counting will distract my mind from the contraction. That helped for a hot second, but not really. But your body locks up, so it's like you want to lock up so the pain will just stop. But then they want you to push your body through it. And I'm like, this feels impossible. How am I supposed to do this? Like, so I was trying. I was pushing the best I could. But he was coming anyways. I started feeling like this little boy was trying to crawl out of me. And I kept telling her, I said, oh my God, he's coming. He's coming. She said, okay, just push yourself. It's okay. It's okay. So the way my labor was, she ended up having to put me on my side because his head wasn't completely lined up with like my pelvic, everything going on. He wasn't completely lined up. So she moved me on my side so he would line up, so he would come out better. And she told me when women get stitches and stuff, like vaginal stitches from vaginal labors, half of the time it's not due to the baby. It's due to the way that he or she is delivered. And like, if she would have let me push him out the way he was without making sure everything was lined up the best that she could, then he could have gave me stitches. And half the time it's the doctors, from what I was told, half the time it's the doctors that just let you do you, let the baby come out any old kind of way, and then you got 8, 9, 10 stitches that got to heal. Like, so I had an 8-pound baby with no stitches. But either way, so she put me on side, pushed him out. Now, when he came out, once he was out, my mom recorded everything. It's so crazy. I still cry every time I watch it. She recorded everything. Once he came out, like, you can tell on my body, like my soul came back to me. Like, during all that pain, she left for a little bit. But then it's like, I was just laying there on my back, just looking up to God, like, wow, I did it. I really did it. Like, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Honestly, I said, Racquel, you're not gonna make it through this. This is crazy. You either about to pass out or something about to happen, but you're not gonna make it. And then God was just like, nah, you gonna make it. You'll be all right. Like, but it's gonna get real for you. It's not gonna be an easy one, but you will make it. You will make it, and then you will just rejoice like, wow, I just did that. Like, I just delivered a baby naturally, no medication. I pushed a, like, it's amazing the way childbirth works. Like, my mom recorded my oldest son and she recorded my baby, and every time, even now watching those videos, it's just amazing how the body works, how the female body works, how childbirth works, how God works. Like, it's just so crazy. It's so crazy. They took him to his little bed. He started crying. I started crying. It was just a very, very emotional moment. But like I said, it was so worth it in the end. Like, all of that pain to make it and to say, wow, you did it. Like, you just did that for real. And can't nobody take that from you. You did that. However you did it, you made it happen. You got exactly what you've been asking for. And it was, I don't know, it was just very fulfilling. So my advice to the mamas that want to do this natural thing and join the natural club, you can do it. You can definitely do it. Like I said, I tried the whole doing as much research as you possibly can and trying to find different ways to make it smooth. But like I said, for me personally, when it comes down to it, nothing you read is coming to your mind. Nothing you learned is coming to your mind. You're not putting nothing into practice what you've been studying for the past 9 months. All you will think about is this pain and getting this baby out so the pain can stop. That's it. And honestly, labor is not pretty. I wouldn't even worry about breathing the right way or, you know, meditating and doing all of that. Labor is really ugly and it's really real, but it's a beautiful thing. Like, my labor, I was screaming, I was yelling, I was pushing on the bed, I was crying. I didn't care who heard me in the hallway. I didn't care what was leaking all over the floor. I didn't care what people saw going on in my body. I didn't care about anything. You will not care about anything. But if you tell yourself that this is something you really want to do, just know that the pain is temporary. And once it's over, you're just gonna be so happy that you did it. And if you can do it, then do it. Like, if I had to choose between having a natural labor again and then going through the motions of epidural and all that stuff, if your body health-wise, if you know that health-wise you can handle doing it and your doctor says you can do it, then I would go do it. Like, I would stick to the all-natural plan, because like right after, I didn't have to worry about back spasms. I didn't have to worry about pain. All I had to worry about was my vagina healing the way it was supposed to, which was a little painful because, you know, that's just what happens. But everything else after is just like, I did it, and now, you know, I can just go out into this world proud of myself about something. Like, I did that and I was so proud. I was so, so, so proud. Now ask me if I want to have kids again. Nah. It's like, nah, if it's up to me, I got 2 boys. I'm satisfied. I'm completely content with my 2 boys. I personally do not want to do that again, personally. But at the same time, I'm not married yet. I don't know if my husband gonna have kids or not. My husband might want a baby. And you know, I'm gonna give my husband a baby if he really wants it. If he comes to me and tell me, nah, baby, okay, you know, I'm fine, or he already got kids, no, we can just have, you know, a good blended family. We don't gotta, you know. You only gotta tell me once. One time you have to tell me that we don't gotta go through that again. That's it. But yeah, guys, so I hope my video was helpful. And I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe to this video if you want to see more of me. Follow me on all of my social media. My Facebook is Racquel Rucker, Racquel Racquel. Yes, don't forget my C. Racquel Rucker. My Instagram is _virgin.hippie_. Snapchat is rucker.r. Follow me in all, you know, my social media so you can see my babies, see my life, see more of me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. See you later. Bye.